welcome to Kaffee+Kuchen Catchup. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Sarah.
So we are writers and freelancers in Berlin, and we try to get together once a month and chat about anything that we've been writing about, thinking about, or that's going on in our lives, to do mainly with writing and freelancing. So Sarah, tell me, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Rachel. I'm happy that we managed to squeeze in a little bit of time before the end of the year to do a final catch up.
Yes.
But I have to say, I'm pretty much looking forward to Christmas, and I feel like my brain has already checked out. What about you? It's been a busy, very busy year for you.
Yeah. Well, firstly, we're recording this in mid-December, so we are almost there, Sarah. We're getting there.
Yeah.
And luckily for you, we were talking about Christmas today. But no, it's true. I've had a really busy year. I'm proud of everything that I did because I left my full-time job in February, as you know, the end of February. And then I was unemployed for a bit. And then I set up as freelance. And it's a rough road, but I'm here.
And also the big news, you're now officially a member of the Künstler Sozialkasse, the artist social healthcare system. So congratulations on that, getting through that minefield.
Thank you so much. This is the social insurance kind of fund that artists and creatives can be part of, by the way. We talked about them last time, but yeah, they're quite hard to understand, but it's good to get into.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just sort of, it's like a secret society, and once you're in there, it's best not to question too much. Just pay what they ask you and just like count yourself lucky that you're in. That's what I've been going on the last few years.
Oh, by the way, we have to tell you guys that we're actually recording this. Our microphones are stuck on a spoon.
Yeah, I think our goal for 2026 when we continue this podcast is to upgrade our technical setup.
As Sarah said just before we started recording, it's kind of like we're like teenagers just with our spoon talking into a spoon, like we're imagining we're singers or something. I like it. I like the vibe. We'll share a photo with you of these microphones so you get the idea. Okay, so firstly, we have to say not everyone celebrates Christmas, but I think that if you live in a country that gets very dark and sometimes very cold in the winter months, you really need twinkly lights and cute Santa Claus things and mulled wine, Glühwein, as we call it in Germany, basically anything that will get you through it.
I mean, it goes back to ancient times, this tradition of celebrating the winter solstice in Northern European countries, this need for some kind of celebration in the deepest, darkest depths of winter. And I mean, personally, I love Christmas. I love the time between October and December is a great time of year for me, but then January onwards is always quite bleak.
Yes, and that is exactly like why you need it on this shortest day, around this shortest day, December 21st. That's when it used to be celebrated. And I agree, it's like we need something to get us through it. Sarah, I have to tell you, I have been loving the Christmas markets this year.
I've seen quite a few photos going around of you with a Glühwein in hand here and there.
No, honestly, it is like I just discovered them. Even though I've been to them obviously many times because I've lived here a while, but I feel like some years I'm just like, oh, whatever, I don't care. But some years I really get into it, and this has been one of the years.
You went to the Stranger Things one.
I did.
And how was that? How did you end up there? What was it like?
Oh my God, thanks for asking. I've been waiting for someone to ask for lots of details about this. Well, basically, I have been teaching a journalism class at a university for this winter term. And as part of it, I wanted them to write a review about something.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the idea because I did it a few years ago with the class to go to a Christmas market and then ask them to write the review. And we did like some preparation, thinking about how you write a review, think about the sights, sounds, smells, you talk to someone, you get quotes. So it's all these things that are really good learning experiences that if you go somewhere, it's really good to do it in real life rather than just in the classroom. or think about it in the classroom. So anyway, I had seen that there was this Stranger Things Christmas market in Berlin. So this is the Netflix show. They've got this new final series out. And I put it to the class, like, do you want to go there? And we went there. It was a 2-hour queue.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So there was no way we were going to do it. But amazingly, I was like kind of saying, like, do you guys want to talk to people? Like, this is the time, let's do it. And a couple of them, they talked to the operations manager, and he let us in, skipped the queue. He was like, you can check it out for yourselves.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Well, good work. Good. You taught them well, it seems.
Exactly. I was like, this is what journalism gets you.
Yeah, that's great. And what did you see there? What were like the highlights there?
Well, we did see the dermagogon. Is that what's called?
That plant thing with the
plant. You've never seen
flower
Stranger Things.
face.
Have you seen it?
Yeah. Okay. It's got like a
you're right.
Yeah,
You're
a
right.
flowery face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You saw one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that
We saw a couple
very
of them.
Christmassy.
You're right. It was not so Christmassy, but it was called the Hawkins Christmas Market.
Ah, okay.
But as my students then wrote in their review, they were kind of like, "This was clear. It's clearly like a Netflix PR stunt."
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Why in Berlin? Do you know what? Why was it? I mean, is it just in Berlin, this Christmas market? Or?
Well, that's a good question. We didn't find that out, but what what I can tell you is it's on Kudam, and it's in this spot that I think regularly gets some kind of commercial partnership things.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
So anyway, that's what was on. Afterwards, I took the members of my class for a Glühwein at the traditional Christmas market across the road at the what's it called, the Kaiser Wilhelm Memorial Church, which is it's a church in the west of Berlin that was bombed in World War II, so it's kind of still looks like it's fallen apart. It's been left that way, and it's like a little museum as well. So right next to there is a beautiful Christmas market, and it's also really sadly the scene where I think 12 people died in 2016 when a terrorist drove into the market. And so there is like a beautiful little memorial for those people. But what has happened since then, as we know, is there has been lots of like security measures put on Christmas markets in Germany, like big boulders in the front, so they stop people driving in. God, I know it's really like you're telling the story, and then I mentioned this to the students as well, and they were like, jaws dropping, like, what? Like, this happened here? And I was like, it did. Yeah. It's really sad. But I will say that market is beautiful. But I also, a few weeks back, went to the Rixdorf Christmas market, which is in Neukölln. It's a beautiful Christmas market that comes every year. And I really like that one because it's got a lot of like charity things.
Yeah, I went there last year. That's one that's not open for very long, right? Is it only open like one weekend or something?
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's also very nicely lit as well, in the lights in the trees hanging over the stands.
Yes, but controversially, and I found this out from my neighbors, that this year that they didn't have the lights in the tree. It's something that is very special about that market. But to save money, they didn't have the lights this year.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, so you can fundraise for next year if you want. Sarah, have you ever spent Christmas in Germany?
Yeah, I mean, I usually go home for Christmas or to my husband's family, but I did spend Christmas during COVID here, when we couldn't go anywhere. And I have to say that was a really nice Christmas. I think at that time you could only like associate with 2 other people or with one other household. So my husband and I spent the 24th with our good friends who are Polish. We went over to theirs, and in Poland, like in Germany, they celebrate. They have like the Christmas dinner on the 24th. So we went over there, and they cooked like absolutely delicious, like 5-course meal with fantastic Polish cuisine. My friend is a really good cook as well. Celebrated over there, and then on the 25th, they came over to ours, and we had a traditional British roast dinner with lots of alcohol, and all fell asleep on the couch watching The Matrix, I remember.
That is such a great choice for a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it was a really nice Christmas, I have to say. Yeah, and what
Yeah.
about you? Have you spent Christmas here?
Yeah, I have actually a couple of times. So, of course, in the COVID 2020, I also was here, and I spent it with my good friend, and she cooked. I think she cooked a nut roast, and I
Mm.
brought a Viennetta.
Oh,
You know
nice.
what that is?
I do. I
Oh,
remember I used to love it as a kid. It was like my favorite dessert.
yeah.
For those who don't know, it's like a block of ice cream, like vanilla ice cream, white vanilla ice cream with like crunchy chocolate throughout it. Oh my god, it's so delicious.
It's so good. And she didn't have a freezer at the time, so we had it on our balcony,
Oh
which was cold. It
wow.
was cold enough that it was fine. I mean, obviously we had to eat the whole thing.
Oh no. Uh, what a shame.
Yeah, but that was quite fun. I remember I felt quite sad on the Christmas Eve because we weren't able to go home. I know some
Mm,
some people did actually travel, but the advice was don't go home. You can't spread the
yeah, yeah.
bloody COVID, whatever. So yeah, I remember feeling a bit sad, but then it was a lovely day on the 25th. And then a couple of years back, I spent Christmas here again, and on the 24th, I went to a friend's house. Him and his mum were hosting a kind of German Christmas meal on the 24th. So that was
Oh,
lovely.
lovely.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they were having turkey. I wouldn't have eaten that because I'm vegetarian, but it was like more kind of, he's Canadian, so I think, yeah, his grandparents are German, but I think it was more Canadian fare type thing,
Mhm,
that
mhm.
that kind of meal. But it was lovely, so it was nice to do like a little 24th celebration.
Yeah.
And then on the 25th, I went to my friend and we had some Palestinian takeaway food with champagne.
Oh my god, that sounds awesome.
It was amazing. And honestly, like I usually go home to Scotland, and I love it as well. I just enjoy the whole thing. I love the meeting up with my family, and the kids getting presents, my niece and nephew and all that. That's so nice. But there is something nice for me, at least. Like, I quite like just having a takeaway abroad. That was quite that was cool.
Yeah, no, that does sound really nice. Like, I would like to do that once just to have a sort of low key Christmas, I think, that's not enforced by COVID.
In Germany, something I think is quite funny is that the Christmas Day, the 25th, is called Christmas Day 1, and Boxing Day is called Christmas Day 2 in Germany.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, it is. I hope I'm not spreading fake news, but I genuinely, I think it is. They just call it like Christmas Day 1 and Christmas Day 2, and then Heiligenacht is the Christmas. No,
Christmas Eve.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was thinking there was it New Year's Eve. No, that's Sylvester.
So what do they do something on the 26th? Because I know also in Germany it's the, well, as you said,
Mhm.
it's the 24th that is the main celebration time, and then the 25th and 26th is just chilling.
Yeah, they're just holiday days. So they traditionally would have either, so on Christmas Eve, isn't it tradition they have like sometimes carp, fish,
Yes, yeah.
or they have sausages,
Hmm.
sausages and potato salad.
Sounds lovely. Yeah.
Not for you, is it?
Not really. I also don't eat. I don't eat meat.
Oh, we'll get
Rarely
you a
eat meat.
vegan sausage.
I wouldn't mind a vegan sausage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
vegan bratwurst.
Not
No.
sure about the carp though.
um, and on the Christmas Day, I think it's traditionally to have goose.
Ah, yeah.
That's the meat that they enjoy. I think the Austrians too, they enjoy a goose.
That's nice. I have to say, I hate turkey. I've always hated turkey. It was just this huge, dry bird that would just sit stinking in the fridge for days as well. Just this turkey carcass. Oh god, I hate it. So yeah, I would rather have a goose, I think, if I was to eat any meat.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have no opinions. I feel like
Have you
they
never
all.
eaten a turkey?
No, I haven't. I did not actually mind that much the turkey. I mean, it is dry, but I would eat it. I think at home we sometimes have a bit of roast beef. Sometimes I have salmon because I do eat fish.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my mum makes me something I like specially.
Oh, that's sweet. I actually haven't been home to the UK for Christmas for a while, so I usually go to Italy to my husband's family, and there we eat we just eat everything. I mean, his mum is a fantastic cook, and we have about 4 different dishes, lasagnas and some meats, or for me, some non-meats, and just we sit at the table for like 4 hours, basically, just stuffing our faces. And I'm going to be doing that this year, and I can't wait.
That sounds perfect.
So, what would you say? What are your favourite things about Christmas then, Rachel?
Okay, so the list is long, but for you, I will pick out a couple of things. I do love the TV,
Mm-hmm.
the British TV, I will say.
Is it still good, the British TV at Christmas?
Well, I love Call the Midwife,
Ah, yeah, that's
which is
very
this
nice. Yeah.
BBC show. It always does a Christmas special. It's very heartwarming. Like it's like it taps into the nostalgia of days gone by.
It's set. Is it set in the 50s or?
It used to be set in the 50s, but I think it's now in the 60s. Maybe it's in the 70s now. It's
Uh-huh.
like goes through the years. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about midwives and in London, an area of London it's meant to be, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's lovely. And there was Gavin and Stacey last
Oh
year.
yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
The final ever episode.
Yes.
And also, I used to love the old EastEnders special. Did you ever used to watch EastEnders?
Yes.
There would always been some massive drama kickoff on Christmas Day. That was always entertaining.
Yeah, and you're from London or
Yeah.
just in that area. What do people think about EastEnders there?
I mean, growing up, everybody used to watch it. Nobody thought this is like a real representation of London, because it was, everybody was living in big houses and we're all kind of working class, so that was a bit skewed, but everybody used to watch it. It was good back in the day with Phil Mitchell, with the Mitchell brothers. Did you used to watch it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Cat Slater
And Barbara Windsor, Peggy, and it was great back then. And the sort of classic films that would come up on the TV, The Snowman.
Oh, I love that. Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
love
brilliant.
that.
Yeah, I love that as well.
That might be one of my favorite films aside from Christmas. I think it's a brilliant film.
It is a brilliant film with great songs as well.
Yeah.
There goes Mr. Humbug. There goes Mr. Grimm.
He gave a prize for being mean.
The winner would be him. Yeah, it's great. But actually, talking about Christmas, songs,
Yeah.
that's definitely one of my favourite things about Christmas. I really like the traditional Christmas carols. I had just popped into my head the other day the Little Donkey song. Did you ever used to sing that when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Little donkey, little donkey.
That was I love that. And then also Away in a Manger.
Oh yeah.
No crib for a bed.
Oh,
I
that's
won't sing.
lovely. And the Germans have some good Christmas numbers as well. This is another thing that I wrote about at the local once, about some of the 5 top German Christmas songs. One was called In der Weihnachtsbäckerei, in the Christmas bakery, and it was like the guy, I think he just wrote it for his kids, and it's like a massive hit and you hear it in supermarkets everywhere. Before Christmas.
Yeah, it's so lovely actually. When I lived in Bergmann-Kiez, which is an area of Berlin, near Christmas, this was like 8 years ago or something, I ended up in a little gallery, and suddenly I was in a part of watching a Christmas Carol concert, because they were like, come in, sit down. And it was so cute. All the kids were sitting in front singing
Aww.
In der Weihnachtsbäckerei, and it was a lovely singer. I think she was a local singer. She was singing with them, and it was so sweet.
Oh, that's so lovely. I want to go to a carol concert this year, definitely. And actually, me and a couple of friends of mine a few years ago, also during COVID, we made our own version of the German song. Well, I think we have it in English. It's called O Tannenbaum.
Yeah.
Which is like, oh Christmas tree, or oh Tannenbaum, oh Tannenbaum. And we made a version of that called O Plattenbau. These big, tall Soviet buildings, big blocks of flats. And we made a kind of 80s version of that with German lyrics, dressed in 80s gear, and went out around the local neighbourhood filming that, and had a lot of fun. And I think, it's, if anybody wants to look that up on YouTube, we called ourselves the Ausländers, and it's called O Plattenbau.
Yeah, we'll link to it because
yeah.
that was amazing. I saw you and your friends sharing this a few weeks ago, and it was just brilliant. It was so good to hear it, and also love hearing your singing voice. By the way, we have to take a moment for that.
Oh, thank you. Well, likewise.
No, absolutely not for me. But no, Sarah is super talented also at rapping, as we learned a few weeks ago when Sarah and her friends were talking about.
Thank you, Rachel. That's very kind of you. I used to be in a band. Recently, we celebrated 10 years since we started this band, which we then discontinued 5 years ago. But in the last 10-year period, we've both done a lot of projects together, also with kids. And that we had this band called Two Times Twice. She's a singer from Poland. I was rapping in the project, and when we met and we had this great creative period together, we really produced a lot in a short amount of time, and it was a really great time in our lives. And it was great to look back on this period as well, like to look back at ourselves 10 years ago and think, how we've changed and how that experience sort of shaped us, and also how important it is to, if you're a creative person, to have like support, to have somebody else who understands what it's like to have this need to create and support you in that journey, even if you don't do things together anymore, but at least have this kind of support system around you. So that was really, really nice.
So nice to see your journey of the music and your friendship. That was awesome. And going back to Christmas songs, I love some of the 80s bangers that like the classics. Last Christmas. Oh my God, that I love that song so much.
It's a great
George
song.
Michael, Wham. I quite like that one. That's like kind of offensive nowadays, but sorry, I'm saying this, and I'm like, no, it's not really bad, but no, it's completely out of date. It was the Live Aid one.
Oh yeah.
But I think it's like the actual tune is a banger.
It is a great song, but why is it offensive? Because
not offensive, but like it's just a bit outdated. It's like, the way it's like, oh, these people
do they know it's Christmas?
Eat.
It's a bit patronizing.
Exactly, patronizing is a better word actually. It's like it's not really a song that would be written in the modern times, but the actual tune is a banger.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And tonight, thank God it's them instead of you. Yeah.
Yeah, Bono, is it?
Yeah.
And the video is amazing because everyone looks so British.
That is very true.
It's like Sting, Bananarama, I think are in there. There's like
Phil Collins
probably in there. There's
Bono, obviously. Bob
Geldof, and they all just look really British. Like their teeth are a bit wonky and stuff, which is a sure sign of Britishness. And also, these are the days before people were getting Botox, and nowadays pop stars, even British ones, are like doing stuff to their face more. But back in the day, you just got on with it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is a simpler time.
So another thing, we're talking about the holidays time. I love New Year's Eve, but what I love is Hogmanay in Scotland. That's what we call it in Scotland.
Do you have any special traditions?
Yes, we do actually. So some of them are like you clean out the house completely. That's what you're meant to do, to get rid of the bad energy from the year. And another one is the first foot in tradition, which is you first foot someone. And traditionally, you want to receive a call from a tall, dark stranger. No, sorry, I think they just had to be tall, dark. I don't know if they have to be a stranger. That would be the best luck. Someone with like really dark hair, and traditionally like a lump of coal, because that's like going to heat your house and everything.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's not such a big thing, but still, like when you go round to someone's house on New Year's Day, say, you would take like a first foot in gift. Yeah, because it's like whoever's coming into your home first sets the tone for the rest of the year.
Oh wow, that's really nice.
Yeah. So what would happen is, like, my mum would tell me, her house growing up, she had really dark hair when she was a kid, so they used to put her outside the door just before midnight, and in the neighborhood, so would the other ones go out, and then they would just have to wait until the bells rang, and then you knock on the door, and then you can first foot.
Wow.
Yeah. So I still do that, like wherever I am. Like not when I'm at home, because to be fair, my mom and dad would think I was crazy if I start if I did that. But if I'm at a party or something, I'll be like, we have to do the first foot in.
So you go outside and ring the doorbell?
Yeah.
And then we let in with a lump of coal in hand?
Well, not a lump of coal nowadays, but like something like chocolates or like a gift. Yeah.
That's so nice. I really like this thing of clearing the house out. I think that's great. I think it's a really nice tradition. And you sing Auld Lang Syne, don't you, on New Year's Eve?
Yes, it's such a beautiful song. It's by Robbie Burns, the poet, and it's a traditional Scottish song, but we say it in the Scots dialect when you sing it, and it's famous around the world now, but it's mostly sang not in the Scots dialect elsewhere. Mm-hmm. But Sarah, I actually just remembered we sang that the other week.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so that was at the St. Andrew's Day event we went to in Berlin. It was like a Scottish government event in Germany.
Yeah.
And Sarah was doing our Ceilidh dancing.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was so much fun. There was a band that taught us a couple of dances, and it was such a nice way to come into contact with people, to like swing each other around on the dance floor. And then we at the end we sang Auld Lang Syne. Well, I mean, those of us who didn't know it just sang the Auld Lang Syne words. But I like this tradition of you cross your arms, don't you, and hold hands with the people either side of you, and then go in the middle and then come back out again. Yeah, that was really, really nice.
It's sung usually at the end of an event, like a wedding, or the end of like the dancing period of like, a nice event. But it's also it's traditionally sung at New Year. Okay, so shall we wrap up our little Kaffee+Kuchen Catchup?
I think for this year
we did our best with our spoons on our microphones on a spoon.
We've given it our all.
Yeah, we've given it our all, and we're excited to come back next year. We've got lots of different stuff to talk about. For example, we want to talk about home, what it means when you live abroad.
I think that's going to be a big topic to explore.
Yeah.
And who knows what else is going to come up over the year.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening, and have a wonderful Christmas.
Yes, have a wonderful Christmas and New Year. Speak then.